Hey guys, it's Doc, and today I'm going to do a quick review on the lawn sweeper that I told you about the other day. Real important though, I'm going to show you a little modification that costs you like 50 cents that makes this thing so much better. So hold on one sec. Hey guys, don't forget in the description below, there's a link in the description. You click on the link, it takes you to our website, and I'll link directly to this unit. They also make some tow behind units. If you want a tow behind unit, I'll link to those too. But there's a special reason why I got the push one, and I'll explain that here just in a minute. Also, while you're there, don't forget the new World's Best Bermuda Lawn book is coming out in January. And at the bottom of that page, you'll see sign up for email alerts. And you just sign up for the email alerts, and everyone that signed up for the email alerts will get a link to that new book that comes out when it hits in 2020. Has every single subject that you could possibly want to know about how to have a great Bermuda lawn, transform your lawn, whether you're reseeding, aeration, leveling, NPK numbers, fertilizers, anything. So don't forget, that comes out in 2020. So sign up for the email alerts. Okay, so I just put up a video about, I went on a fishing trip for 8 days, came back with this beautiful beard of wisdom. And every fall I have the same issue. And the issue I have is not only do I have more shade coming into my lawn, but I have all these trees. Let me show you real quick. All these trees all around my property. They're dropping these little leaves and pine straw all over my lawn. And anytime the wind blows, it comes in, and it's like every 30 minutes there's new leaves falling on my lawn. So typically what I would do is I'd hook up my bagger system to my John Deere, and I'd just ride over it once or twice a week. But the problem is, and especially now that I'm cutting with a reel mower, Bermuda grass hates two things. It hates shade and it hates compaction. So if you take a bucket and you put it on your lawn and leave it there for a couple days, you're going to have a yellow ring. Well, the same thing happens when you have a bunch of leaves on your lawn. You have thousands of leaves on your lawn. You're covering it up, 100% shade to that little piece of Bermuda. It actually damages it. Plus, it's not good when you're reel mowing, have all that stuff on there. But compaction with my John Deere, riding that heavy equipment on here all the time, I've actually got a couple of tire marks over here where I drove the John Deere to the front yard, and they're actually, you can see them right there. They're kind of brown. Let me see if you can see them. But they're right about there. You got two turn marks here, and that's from the John Deere, just riding over that one time. So I wanted something that was real lightweight, simple and easy, and that's why I went ahead and ordered the lawn sweeper. Now let me just give you a little feedback. As it comes from the factory, I give it a C+. With my little modification, I give it an A-, or maybe even an A. Value, let's talk about value. It is made in the USA, but keep in mind, it's molded plastic and tubular steel. It's not a $2,000 reel mower. It's a cheap sweeper. Comes with a 3-year warranty on it, I believe. The cost with shipping to your door is about $120, $127, I think, somewhere around there. So I love this unit. I'll show you a couple tricks with it. I'll show you how to do the modifications, and at the end of this, I'll actually show the assembly of it too. Probably it's real simple to put it together. It took me about 10-15 minutes. There's only a couple things you need to do. I actually watched the AgriFab. I actually watched their video online while I was waiting for the UPS truck to show up, and so I just went right out in the garage, threw away the directions, and just put it together myself. It's that easy. Okay, so let me show you basically how this thing works. Let's start with the basics, and then I'll show you the problem, how I fixed it, and that kind of stuff, adjustments. Okay, so the way that this thing works is there are two sweeper blades up under here that sort of turn, and as they turn, they kick the leaves that are on the surface. They kick it, and they kick it up into the bag. The bag has two rods on it, has a little hook strap, two little hook straps down here, and it just pops out so you can dump it and empty it. It's real simple. Just put the rod in there, hook the strap, hook the strap, and there's another rod up here too that sort of sits in there. You don't have to fold it when you put it away. The bag sort of self-folds. There's an adjustment level right here on the front. So you loosen this and it goes up and down on the front. So it raises and lowers the brushes. The way that you want to do this is you want to do it so that the brushes lightly make contact with the surface of the grass. But there's a little trick to this. After you make that, that adjustment, if you raise the handle as you're walking, the blades won't touch the grass. So what you can do is you can fine tune as you're going along on the grass. If you feel the brush is grabbing too much, you can just raise the handle a little bit and then sort of control the height of the brushes, fine tune it that way too. My big concern, to be quite honest, was to make sure that this thing would pick up pine straw, pine needles, because I have a ton of pine needles around here. So, and it does pick them up and it does an effective job on it. So let me go ahead and I'm going to show you the video from yesterday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off, I'm going to show you the fault of this thing. One of the only faults with it. I'll show you the fault with it. I'll show you how I fix that fault with just some tape. You could do a permanent fix, but to be honest, I like the little tape fix that I did, because you might want to take it off or you might want to adjust it later on. I'll show you it picking it up and I'll show you it back here. Like I said, this thing is a lifesaver for me because every single day I come out here and I've got leaves on my Bermuda and I got to get them up off this Bermuda. I only have a few days left, by the way. Temperatures are coming in this weekend. There's 3 days where the lows for the day are going to be in the upper 30s. The highs are going to be low 60s. So we'll watch this. We'll watch this project and we'll actually see when it turns, when it actually goes completely dormant and turns brown. We'll watch that. All right, so you can see this is where I stopped, and you got all these leaves over here, and then pretty much all the leaves are gone over here. The only thing I'm finding, and I may have to modify this unit, see how much gap there is right here between the grass and here. My thought is that I need to put something here to reduce that gap. And the reason why there's such a gap is because I have such low Bermuda. If I had taller grass, there wouldn't be such a gap. But I would say a lot of the leaves, the smaller leaves, see these stupid small leaves? They struggle a little bit to get thrown up. They have a tendency to come out the front a little bit. But I was surprised it got almost all the pine needles, which I didn't think it would get. It got the pine needles better than these little leaves. So I think what I need to do, at least on the back here, is just, even if I just use a piece of duct tape as an experiment, drop a lip down and duct tape, just get rid of that gap in there. Not too shabby for just a simple little cheap device that I can push around without putting pressure and compression on my lawn. That I can deal with. If I want to be perfect, I could do it twice. And I may consider installing, like I said, some little lower guard there. So understand what I'm doing here. Because we did the fairway project, I took this backyard down to 1/2 inch. So this is like sweeping your driveway. And some of the comments that I heard about the driveway is that people use it on their driveway and it was throwing the stuff in front, and that's why, because when you lower this, when you lower the brush, this thing kind of comes up, as far as I know, as far as I understand. It just seems like there's too big of a gap in here. So let's invent something. That's why they call me Doc. Because when I see something wrong, I just gotta fix it. So here's my fix. So again, this is Gorilla Tape that I'm using. It sticks to everything. And I'm doubling it up to make it a little bit firmer. I might even triple it up. I'm going to triple it up just to make it firmer. I need to go shoot me a crow for dinner. Doc to the rescue. Doc the superhero. Yeah, that's pretty heavy there. And then what I want to do is I just want to tape that on the front. Somehow. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this. Kind of did that sort of thing. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I can't move much. So you can understand what I'm doing. So here's where it typically stops, right here. And what I've done is I've added 2 inches with this tape on it, hopefully to get it to sort of fly. And I've actually wrapped it around the corners too to pull it in. So let's test that and see how it works. I think I need to lower the brush down a little bit more. Mofo, who the man? Who is the man? Doc is the man. Not one leaf shot out the front. I'm gonna test it some more over here on these little dry leaves. Alright, Agrifab, I want a royalty commission on every single one of these front strips sold. Dude, I'm a freaking genius. Alright, so you can see, let me get up close. This is the double strip I did. There's almost not a single leaf. There's a few of them. Did a good job. But what's amazing is I didn't have one single leaf shoot out the front. When I was over there, 50% of the leaves were shooting out the front and getting picked up, you know, little by little. None of them get shot out the front this way. Dude, I am a badass mofo. Lawn sweeper fixing up a guy. So there's your fix. If you want to use it on driveways, if you want to use it on really short grass, that's the ticket right there. It's perfect. So again, heck, I'll even link to the Gorilla Tape. You can just order it on Amazon. Gorilla Tape. And make sure you understand where your setting needs to be on this thing, because now the other question I have is this going to interfere with my front yard? So I don't think so, because I think everything moves as you adjust it. So gosh, I'm so thrilled with it now. After that adjustment, here's the thing. I give this probably a B+. When it comes to performance, I give it a B+. Actually, I give it probably a B- on performance initially. After this modification, I give it an A-. After that one little modification, A-. Value, I wasn't expecting quality. I really wasn't. I know it's molded plastic and tubular steel. It's cheap. It is made in the USA, but it's just a cheap little lightweight unit. The cost is, and for that much money, it's going to save me a whole lot of raking and a whole lot. Now I don't have to get the damn John Deere. Now if I could just talk the wife into doing this. Oh, I know. I forgot. Someone's going to ask me too how it stowers away, or how you hang it up. Let me just go in the shed. So you don't have to fold it up or anything. The bag sort of compresses. I mean, I just have one nail up here, and it just hangs up against the wall like this, real flat. Thank you, UPS. Can UPS do for you? Oh, okay. So let's look inside. That's the bag. One handle, two handle, one sweeper brush, two sweeper brush. Bolts, piece of paper that you throw away, instructions. That's all you do is you turn this over, and the short side brush mounts here. Short side brush, turn it over, mounts there. Put together your handles. Put on the little clips, put on the bag, and you should be ready to go. Well, that had to be the simplest assembly I've ever seen. 15 minutes maybe. And that's mainly because I watched the video. Let me show you how it's done real quick. So all you do, you turn the unit over. You put these brushes, short brush side to short brush side, 1 bolt, 2 bolt, 1 bolt, 2 bolt. Attach these handles with 2 bolts here. Put on the little end caps. Oh. Put on the top handle, and you'll have these, see these like clips here? When you attach the handle, put on the clips. On the bottom, put on the clips. There's a rod that slides down in here, and there's a rod that hooks into here, and then there's a loop that gets onto here. And then you have 2 rods. So this is the bag. There's a rod that slides through here with rubber caps. And then you slide a rubber rod, the longer rod goes through the top, and just tap on these metal things here. Like this. This metal rod sits into here at the bottom. This rod goes in at the top. And then these little doohingies, little elastic straps, connect here. Like that. So I didn't want to do a long assembly video because this thing's so quick. Assembly wise, I give this thing really close to a rating of an A. It's so simple to put together. Use wise, once you start to use it and start to understand that sort of little movement on the handle, man, it goes fast. I really like it. So anyways, fall brings its challenges, but that thing is really going to help I wish it would sweep my pool. It doesn't sweep my pool, but anyways. Don't forget, sign up for the email alerts so that you can get that new book. And Christmas time, we're giving away a $2,000 reel mower to one of those people too. So that's about it. Talk to you later. Doc.